Dr. T. I'm a tech trainer and career coach, and I help professionals transition into tech by leveraging their existing skills and abilities. Today, I'd like to provide a quick overview of the project management role. I'd like for you to consider this position as you make your plans to pivot into tech, because I'm willing to bet that you have quite a few of the critical skills necessary to be successful in the role. So let's talk about the project management phases. Every project follows a life cycle, and that life cycle is guided by 5 key phases that are inherent to every project. The first phase is initiation. And in this phase, you are looking to understand the problem and understand for whom you are solving the problem. You move from initiation to planning. So you've narrowed down your scope, you understand what you're doing and who you're doing it for. Now it's time to make plans around it. You're going to look at who do you speak with, how often do you speak with them, who's your team, who's helping you build a solution. All of these plans are hashed out during the planning phase. And those plans are an input to the execution phase. Here's where you do the work. Here's where you have the tools, the people, and the processes in place so that you can deliver that solution and solve that problem. Project management moves from execution to monitoring and controlling. So here's where you're looking at how well do we do? Are there any enhancements that we need to make to our tool or process that we've delivered? Here's where you are looking for your final quality checks and understanding the growth opportunities for that solution that you've developed. Project management moves from monitoring and control to closure. Here's where you're looking at your lessons learned. How well did we perform? How well did the solution meet the needs? How well did we budget? How often were we on schedule? And did we stay within scope? This is your closure process from a lessons learned perspective. If there was contracts and permits required for your project, here's where you'll take that information, archive it, and have it as a resource for future work similar to what you've done. And you have now established an archive and a lessons learned process and artifacts that can be used for future purposes. So project management phases are initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and control. And all of these phases helps the project manager with that ever important triad: scope, schedule, and budget. Those are the key elements that project managers look at and monitor throughout each of these phases. Let's move forward to understanding what you need to know to be a project manager. There are 10 knowledge areas within project management that the project manager needs to have a clear grasp of, because project management is an integrated, cross-functional approach to delivering a solution or solving a problem. Scope management is one of the knowledge areas, and here you're looking to keep the work and the output focused on the solution that you set out to deliver and one that will meet the needs of the stakeholders. Quality management is another knowledge area. Here you're looking at how well are we performing. You're looking at performance metrics. You're looking at the quality standards within the industry. You're constantly monitoring how well you will deliver the solution and how well will it meet the needs of the stakeholders. We talked a bit about integration management. Project management is the integration of all of these knowledge areas and the ability to manage each of them and to determine how a change in one area will impact a change in the other area is what the integration management is about. And it is a key skill set and a key knowledge area for a project manager. Human resource management is another area that you would need to have a comfort level in as you perform your role as a project manager. You're going to be looking at, do we have the right people with the right skill set available to help solve this problem or deliver this solution? Will we have to bring on contractors? How soon will we have to bring on contractors? Do we have the right people in place to perform? That's what you're looking at as a project manager as you focus on human resource management. From a time management perspective, this is all about your schedule. How well have you planned the milestones? How well have you identified the tasks that will help meet those milestones? And have you budgeted enough time to do it? Time management. Risk management is about what things in our operational environment or outside of the environment, from organizational environment, pose a risk to us delivering this solution on time, within budget, and within scope. This is also focused a bit on your change management process. If there are things that come up along your delivery life cycle, can they be implemented, and what's the risk of actually taking on additional scope or removing scope? You're always looking at the risk. From a cost management perspective, that's where you're looking at the budget. You're trying to understand, have we planned enough contingency funds? Should we use our contingency funds? Are we spending the money well? Are we getting earned value? Okay. Communication management. This is key. If you're doing well and no one knows about it, how can you get that buy-in and that approval if your stakeholders don't know what you're doing and you aren't engaging with them on regular intervals? So communication management and stakeholder management go together. You're looking at, who are we solving this problem for? What's in it for them? How can we keep them engaged? And how can we keep them informed? That's communication management and stakeholder management. Lastly, here we have procurement management. Here we're looking at, do we have the right resources? Do we have the right vendors to help supply those resources? Have we gotten the approval from finance, or have we gotten cost centers developed for us so that we can track our spending? That's procurement management. So you'll see the project management role is in-depth, requires interactions with quite a few other stakeholders, and it is a robust role that relies heavily on some of your key skills. If you look here, you see that you've got to be able to negotiate with other departments for your resources, human resources. You've got to work with finance, be able to work with finance to understand your procurement process and which items have long lead times. You've got to have some critical thinking skills and problem solving skills as risks arrive and as impacts to your schedule and your budget arise. So these are the 10 knowledge areas. I'd like to further to some of the tools that you may need to help you manage those 10 knowledge areas. So there are a variety of project management tools out there. Some companies have homegrown solutions, but some of the key common tools that are being used in the industry are Microsoft Project, PlanView, Trello, Jira, Smartsheet, Asana. So if you aren't familiar with these skills, these tools, I highly recommend that you look into the training or courses or trial licenses for these tools and start to get your hands dirty. Because more than likely, if you transition to a project manager role, or if you become a member of a key critical project within your organization as you start honing on your transition responsibilities, you'll need to have some some familiarity with these tools and be comfortable with using them. Lastly, we always talk about our 3 L's: learning, leveraging, and leading. So I recommend that you learn the various project management methodologies, you learn and hone your negotiation skills, your team building skills, and your conflict resolution skills. As you will be working with people, there will be issues that come up within the team. You'll want to continue to be able to drive team engagement, team member engagement, and those team building skills will help you with that. And of course, conflict resolution would help you with that as well. So, as we look for leveraging opportunities, leverage your mentors. That means look into your network, find out who's working as a project manager, and ask to be their mentee. There's also opportunities within associations that you can leverage those connections to understand job opportunities that are coming up and different trends within the industry, and of course, certification. As you look for opportunities to lead, look at PMI. The Project Management Institute is one of the key standards-based organizations that guides the field and guides the industry. So that's a great place to look for the latest information and look for opportunities to join and then volunteer through the organization. And then as well, look at your current community, look at opportunities to lead within your organization, and also look for ways to lead projects within your community to start getting that experience of managing a scope. Okay, team, that's it for now. If you have any comments, please place them below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye.